Yeah, I'm
Bernice.
here. Yeah, you hear me?
Okay, good
Yes.
evening, everybody. It is now 6 o'clock. This meeting is being recorded. We would appreciate everybody muting their mic during this presentation so we don't have any feedback and everybody has an opportunity to hear me speak. My name is Valerie Luna, Community Outreach Coordinator with Houston Public Works. Again, welcome to this meeting for the Hillcroft Safety Improvement Project for the Gulfton area, brought to you by the Transportation and Drainage Operations Service Line. During this event, we will be discussing how to prepare for construction, the construction phasing plan, and we'll host a Q&A at the end of the presentation. Please save all your questions till the Q&A portion. And excuse me, and please note that this meeting is being recorded again and will be available for viewing later on our YouTube channel. I'm joined by Patrick Nguyen, our Houston Public Works Division Manager, Bashar Khalil, our Houston Public Works Project Manager, and Jesus Garcia, our Houston Public Works Senior Project Manager. Jesus, would you go ahead and like to introduce yourself?
Sí, como dijo Valerie, mi nombre es Jesús García, yo soy Senior Project Manager por la ciudad de Houston en la división de Transportation Drainage Operation. Y bueno, estoy aquí para responder sus preguntas o si necesitan una traducción, estoy disponible, pueden hacer sus preguntas al final de la presentación o en medio cuando Valerie lo requiera. Así que no hay ningún problema, ninguna barrera de idioma. Buenas noches.
Thank you, Jesus. Also joining us are representatives from our contractor group, Tycon Group, representatives from Councilmember Polar's office, and our community partners, Together for Safer Roads and Connect Communities. With a dedicated focus on improving street safety and the quality of life for all, the City of Houston will be starting construction on the Hillcroft Safety Improvement Project shortly. Building on Mayor Turner's Complete Communities program, this project aims to improve the comfort level and safe movement for all users with the installation of new sidewalks, safe crossings, protected bikeways, and signalization. The project limits include Hillcroft between Gulfton and Westward, High Star between Rukin and Hillcroft, lastly Westward between Hillcroft and Gulfton. We will be increasing the footage of the sidewalk from 4 to 6 foot, and in some places to 7 or 8. Other improvements include the intersections and new pedestrian traffic signals at Hillcroft and Dashwood to support safe crossings and transit access. Intersection improvements also included in this safety project are bicycle accommodations. We hope to one day see the extension of the bike lanes further north on Hillcroft and to grow the bicycle network for the Gulfton area. As depicted in this slide 4, you can see that we fully hope to have bike lanes further north, although they are not included in this project. Here's an overview of our major milestones. In 2018, the Complete Communities Action Plan was adopted. In 2019, Mayor Turner hosted a press conference in Gulfton to kick off the Safer Street Initiative. The Summer Safety Internship was also conducted in 2019, and community engagement was an essential part of their work study. 2 public meetings hosted by Connect Communities, Houston Public Works, and Together for Safer Roads took place in June and July of 2019 and were led by our former director, Jeffrey Weatherford. Houston Public Works held a public meeting in September of 2020, which helped us better understand the community safety concerns, and we thank everybody who participated in the survey after. We anticipate construction to begin in early February and anticipate completion late summer of 2021. Construction will have a total of 4 phases. First phase includes Hillcroft from Bel Air to Dashwood. Phase 2 will be from Dashwood to Clairwood Drive. We anticipate phase 1 and 2 to take an estimated 2 to 3 months, weather permitting. Please note that although phase 1 and 2 include the intersection of Hillcroft at Dashwood, the pedestrian signal is anticipated to be installed during phase 3 or 4. Here is the imagery of what our final product will look like for Hillcroft Avenue. You have the 6-foot, and during phase 1 and 2, you will see this product being developed and constructed, increasing the footage of the sidewalk from 4 to 6 foot, and in some places again, 7 or 8. Construction of a 7-foot protected bike lanes with a conversion of the outside lanes to a 9-foot buffer, reducing the travel lanes from 8 to 6. Here's another view of what our final product will look like. Again, the improvements to the sidewalks, the construction of the bike lanes, and the reduction of the travel lanes from 8 to 6. Phase 3 includes Westward Street from Hillcroft Avenue to Gulfton Street. On the left, you will see our depiction of where phase 3 is, outlined in red. We will be constructing a 10-foot hike and bike trail along the west side of the street, a 9-foot buffer, and a 6-foot sidewalk on the east side of the street. On-street parking will not be affected by construction. Phase 4 includes Hillcroft from Clairwood to High Star westward and all of High Star. We will be installing 8-foot buffer space and bike lanes. With the potential help of outside partners, the buffer space could one day include a wide range of uses like landscaping, pedestrian lighting, artwork, and be a space for gatherings and community engagement. Please expect to see machinery and materials staged in the planned buffer zone during this phase. We anticipate to start phase 4 in May of 2021. Our contractor is responsible for implementing a traffic safety plan and will monitor the plan throughout the construction phase. Our Houston Public Works team and the contractor will continue to monitor the implementation of the plan and make any necessary changes to ensure that the safety of all of the users throughout the construction is intact. We understand construction can be uncomfortable, so we want to be mindful of everyone's travel through the area during this construction phasing. The contractor is required to implement all state and local signage standards and is responsible for installing them. Here are a few examples of the type of signage you may see during construction. Flagmen will be on site during all phases of construction, so please, for everyone's safety, pay attention to their directions. The work scheduled under this contract is between the hours of 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. However, in some cases, the contractor may request to place concrete early or late to avoid excessive interaction with the roadway traffic. When it is time for the contractor to start the work, we will be distributing door hangers with pertinent contact information in case you have any further questions or concerns. So please hang on to your door hangers throughout the project. But if by chance you do lose it, you can always submit questions by calling 311 or by visiting houstontx.gov/311. You can use the project number here in parentheses, starting with the letter N as in Nancy, to reference, and you can always email buildforward@houstontx.gov. We will now begin the Q&A portion of the meeting. Please enter your questions into the chat box located on the right side of the screen or by clicking the chat icon at the top of your phones. I will read the questions that have been submitted and our Houston Public Works team will respond verbally. If you are on a cell phone and have the ability to use your mic, please raise your hand and I will call on you, and then you can verbally ask your questions or share any concerns that you may have about the project. Okay, we have our first question. Will the door hangers be in other languages? And if somebody from our Houston Public Works team wants to go ahead and unmute so that they can answer, and I will type in the answer in the chat box as well.
Yes, it will be in English and in Spanish.
Will there be any full road closures during this project?
No, there will always be an access. There will be no full closure to any of the streets.
So just to repeat, there will be no closures and there will always be a travel lane open. There will be full access. Will the improvements on High Star be extended to Rukin? Next question is, will the improvements on High Star be extended to Rukin?
I think Patrick, you wanna, Patrick or Misty?
At this moment, yeah, at this moment, there's no plan to extend all the way to the Rukin.
This is Ann. Bo, just so you know, we're also working with Scenic Houston for the amenities, as well as hoping to extend it along Rookin. And we will be meeting with them for the first time next month.
Thank you. Next question, will the construction affect the landscaping in the esplanades, which are maintained by the Southwest Management District?
The landscape and esplanade along Hillcroft will not be affected. Let me add a little caveat to that in answering Alice's questions on that landscape and esplanade along Hillcroft. There might be some impact when we have that installation of the new signal with the left-turn pockets. But other than that, we don't plan to have any impact to the esplanade.
Thank you, Patrick. Would water have to be shut off during different phases of construction? If so, how will those be communicated to business owners?
I don't believe the water would be the water services would be affected.
I don't think there's going to be any issue with water, not unless there's any relocation for fire hydrants. I haven't seen anything on relocation of fire hydrants. However, if any water need to be disturbed, the services, there will be 48 hours notification.
Yeah, if there's any accidental damages to the water line, to the drinking water line, there will be announcements for everybody affected along that street, and there will be the city will repair within 48 hours.
When will this presentation be available on the website? I should receive the recording as soon as we end the meeting, and I will send this to our IT, our communications group for posting. So I would say hopefully by the end of the week, if not sometime next week. Can it be downloaded from the website? I will have to double check with our communications team as far as what type of permissions are granted when somebody visits our YouTube channel. I can definitely make a note to get back to you on that directly. When the City of Houston did the Bel Air reconstruction project, we encountered 3 pedestrian fatalities. We worked closely with the Houston Public Works to reduce the speed limit throughout the corridor. Will someone closely monitor speeding throughout the corridor during construction?
Yes, our project managers would be in contact, constantly contact with the contractor that would be working out there, maybe on a daily basis. So yes, there would be somebody there from the city representing. Alice, if available, we would like to get some lessons learned from that Bel Air reconstructions, and maybe get in touch with you if you don't mind. Give us a little information, a little bit more information about those fatalities. That's maybe something that we can have a lessons learned to apply to this project.
Okay, as we wait for any more questions to come through, I'm just going to go back through the presentation phasing slide for everybody. And if you just bear with me, there we go. So again, here is phase 1, Bel Air Boulevard to Dashwood. Phase 2, Dashwood Drive to Clairwood Drive. The final improvement product for Hillcroft Avenue. Another view of our final product. Phase 3, westward from Hillcroft Avenue to Galston, which is where the hike and bike trail is going to be installed. And our phase 4, Hillcroft from Clairwood to High Star, westward and all of High Star. And you'll see here that Rukin right here is our boundary, but we won't be going any further than that. I may have missed this, but is there a dedicated web page for this project if we're looking for more information, like a summary of sorts? There is, and it is located at the Planning Department website, I believe under their Vision Zero tab, and it will be updated with this information. And in the past, they have kindly posted the recording of our meetings, which I will be asking them to do once again. So you'll be able to not only visit the YouTube channel, but you'll be able to visit the Houston Vision Zero website to also view the recording.
Valerie, this is Misty. I'm going to drop the link to the Vision Zero website in the chat so that everybody can pull it up.
Thank you so much, Misty. And of course, if you do have further questions or would like more information, you can always send an email to buildforward@houstontx.gov, and the email will be routed to myself or one of our Houston Public Works team members for response. And I'm also going to drop the project number into the chat box for everybody as well for reference when contacting 311 or sending an email to our Build Forward website. Okay, we are running up to the 30-minute mark. We did schedule the meeting for an hour, but if nobody has any more questions or concerns that they would like to raise at this time, we can definitely talk offline. Again, we will be having this again at the YouTube channel for those who weren't able to attend tonight. And so that they can definitely follow up with us later if they would like. Our team members are available to answer any other questions that you may have, not only now and later, but also during the construction phase of the project. Okay, so we have two new questions. Is there a project cost, and who is funding the project?
So the project cost is about $4 million, plus or minus. And this is funded by Metro.
And there's also a partner in this with the TERS contributing $2 million to the project as well.
Yes, you're right.
Actually, hello, this is Don Hummel. I'm the senior project manager with TERS 20. It's $2.5 million, just for the record, please.
Oh, thank you, Don.
No problem.
And Patrick, if you could just repeat one more time, who is funding the project?
The city is funding $4 million to the project, and the TERS, T-I-R-Z, the TERS is our partner agency that's contributing $2.5 million to the project. And we always welcome more partners if anybody interested.
Okay, thank you so much. And so does that mean a total of $6.5 million?
It's a total of a little over 4.
It is not the total, no. That means the city already approved 4 million for the project. Actually, a little bit less than 4 million. You know,
Well, Mystic is correct on that because it's a little bit more than $4 million with contribution, $2.5 million being contributed by the TERS.
Next question. So just to be clear, 2.5 million TERS 20 and 1.5 million from the city of Houston. Patrick, it seems we just need a little bit more clarification on how the funding is working out.
you want to answer this, Patrick, or you want to answer it?
Go ahead, Bashar.
The city is budgeting about 4 million, a little bit less than 4 million for this project. And that's it. Now, the 2.5 million contribution from the TERS is going to go back to the city as their contribution. So basically, the city is paying like 2 million and the TERS is paying 2 million. But instead of combining this money all together, the city dedicated 4 million and the TERS is going to pay their share, or the half of the project, or the $2.5 million.
So I think to summarize what Bashar is talking about is that
It is
the-
not, yeah,
the
it is not
project-
6 million. Yeah.
the project is a little bit more than $4 million. With the share of the TERS 2.5, the city actual cost to the city would be about $2 million.
Yeah, when the project started, when they were under the development of this project, they decided that the TERS and the city are going to share the responsibility, and they're going to share the cost of this project. Since we did not have an exact figure at the beginning of the project, they had to, TERS went to the council and they assigned $2.5 million to go into this project. Now this project, after the development, and it is still an estimated cost of 3.5 million, right? It might goes up or might goes down, but however, the money is for the project is there, and if we need more money, we can go to council and request additional appropriation. But the money is available, and the money, like I said, it's came from TERS and from the city. It's just like you want to say a joint venture. Did I answer the question?
we actually have a new set of questions. Will project updates be provided to TERS 20 during each phase of construction? And will there be additional Metro bus stops and or updates made to the existing bus stops? So again, the first half of that question is, will project updates be provided to TERS 20 during each phase of construction?
Definitely, there's going to be, our partner. Any meetings, any issues, we will discuss. They will be invited into our meetings, and they will be, updated basically as as the progress goes along. As far as the second question, what is it? Will there be additional Metro bus stops? No. The Metro bus stops, I think what we have there is existing is, is gonna stay. Now, Metro might come later on, and they have their own maybe separate plans that they want to do. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rolando, on this. Isn't this what your coordination with Metro find out? That they're gonna come later after the project is done, and they're gonna assist the situation, assist the.
I think I can go ahead and follow up on that question. Again, the question was, will there be additional bus stops and or updates made to existing bus stops? So we are currently speaking and communicating with Metro about some bus shelters possibly in and again, as Bashar said, you won't, if any updates are coming, you won't see them until after our project is complete. But we are in communication with them since we are laying the foundation in the space for updates to bus shelters because we do want them to come in and provide updates and make we envision High Star being a area for community gatherings, and so we would like to see some improvements made by Metro there. But that is going to be separate from our project, and will probably, if they do happen, will happen after we are completed with ours. And Patrick, did you have anything to add to that first question? I saw you almost chime in.
Yeah, the updates, we're certainly going to be able to update the TERS on that, whether it be at their meetings when we invite it to the meetings, or we can also invite the representative to a progress meeting. I anticipate we're going to have either monthly, weekly type of progress meeting that we have for this project. And the TERS representative will certainly welcome at those meetings. Or we can provide updates at the TERS meeting, monthly meeting, or quarterly meeting that they have. Now, just to add a little bit on that the bus shelter, we certainly like to have some updates for the bus shelters, but Metro, it's a separate entity from the city, and they have their own criteria to determine what type of shelters that they place depend on riderships. So we are in conversation with them. We are pushing for it, but there is no final decision right now on the bus shelter.
Okay, it looks like we don't have any more questions. And thank you for the information. Okay, guys, well, we certainly want to be mindful of everyone's evening. Again, we are available to answer any questions at a later time. I will be working with our communications team to get this recording uploaded, and be working with the planning department to get it uploaded there as well. Thank you, everybody, for your attendance, and thank you to our partners and to our project design team, Patrick and Bashar. I appreciate everybody's time, and have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.